What's up, guys? It's been a while. Here we are, Light Show 101 live. Miguel Rodriguez, first person to comment on YouTube. Let's kick this off. Okay, so I recognize that there are several people that will probably be watching this after the live, and that is because this is the first live stream that I have officially switched over to YouTube. Kind of a scary switch for me because we've built such a good community on Facebook, and I want to find a way to make sure that the stream shows on Facebook really nicely. However, when I just now posted it on Facebook, all it shows is, I forgot all my buttons now, is a picture of the thumbnail. So maybe I just need to get really good at thumbnails, but I have some really exciting things to talk to you about today, including showing you a brand new sequence that I'm releasing right now. Brett, what's going on? Hey, long time, love the videos. Thank you. That's what I hope to get back into this, to start teaching again. And that's the whole goal with moving to YouTube. YouTube catalogs videos a lot better. YouTube is a site for videos. Facebook has the availability for videos. And that's where I hope within YouTube we can categorize and clip these live streams and have a lot of good content for people that can't catch the live streams whenever they happen. They used to happen weekly, but now they're happening whenever I feel like it. Miguel asked, what moving heads did you use on the last display on the channel? So those, I actually just commented on the post that I believe was it Todd had asked. They are Chauvet Rogue R2Xs. And the different thing about those heads is that they're a spot fixture instead of a beam fixture. A beam fixture is a really concentrated beam of light where a spot can typically zoom out. Spot fixtures don't work very well for our lighting displays, so don't take that video as advice to go buy a spot fixture over like a clay pack, a Sharpie knockoff, a beam fixture, because I was just really lucky that there was a ton of fog in Modesto that night, so it looked amazing with those heads. But typically, you're not gonna see those heads on a normal house. Steven, what's going on? Good to see some of you guys in here on YouTube. Sorry that I did the switch, but hopefully this is for the betterment of all you guys. Okay, so brand new sequence just released on Light Show 101, Monster by Skillet. There is a link down in the bio. Please check that out, whether you do that now or later. I love this sequence, and we're going to actually talk about a little bit of the sequencing that went into this project, into this sequence, and the thought process behind the sequencing. Because that's here on Light Show 101, I really like to teach sequencing, teach how to approach sequencing, how to think about sequencing, and I have some really cool things up in the noggin today for the live stream. If at any time you have to leave, this will be recorded, so you can go back and watch it on YouTube at any time. Okay. I want to talk about a couple things before we really get into, or actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's pop open X-Lights here. I'm going to show you just my favorite part of this sequence. It is right here, and the reason that I don't want to play a bunch of this is that on YouTube, copyright strikes are a lot more frequent, so I want to make sure that we're not playing too much copyrighted music, and if we are, I'm talking over it. So check this out. This is the one little section that I'm going to show you, but I thought this sequence turned out really good. It almost has that like scary Halloween vibe.
Feel like a monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
Okay, that's all you get. go check it out. Link in the description right now. We are going to go over some of the thoughts behind that sequence, but I don't want to play too much of the audio. So, Brett, where is Pixel? Let's see. Pixel! I got a dog to learn how to whistle, and I'm not there yet, but I'm close. Pixel. Oh, here's two of the dogs. Where's Pixel? Pixel. Aww. Okay. Well, that's actually a perfect transition. I do have a video of Pixel that I'm going to show you. And this is... It's funny, when I got Pixel, I specifically... Oh my gosh, sorry, everything's so loud. When I got Pixel, I specifically wanted her to be like a light show dog, one that gets to go around to all of the shows that I do. However, I found that that's just not the reality of being able to bring your dog places. However... Did you get scared, Mama? Here is a shot where Pixel actually did get to come out to one of the shows. I was doing this show in my hometown, or by the town that I'm living in here, and Robert had come over to the show and brought Pixel along, so Pixel got to come hang out while we were doing some music. And this leads perfectly into the next video that I wanted to show you. I want to show you that I'm always thinking of you guys. This is my custom board that I've designed for doing concert lighting. And within the touchscreen, I've made all of my color pickers the Light Show 101 logo, and then also on the console itself, because I'm not really using that screen, I threw the Light Show 101 logo on there as well. So all of these concerts that I'm doing in town, I'm bringing you guys with me. I promise I have not forgotten about all of you guys. But with that being said, I want to show you some of the cool projects that I've gotten to work on. So here is one. This was at Denver Botanical Gardens, and this is actually Fits in the Tantrums that I got to be the house LD for. Here's just a quick little snippet of that. If you don't know what the song is now, you're going to know it right here. Super cool. Super cool. Just the opportunities that I've been able to get out here, and that's what we all are, is we're all little lighting designers within our little hobby and our community. And it's just cool that we're learning things that can transition to a stage like this, and be able to, I don't know, bring happiness to other people, including me. I tell everybody that, all the audio guys, that the most fun job on these productions is the lighting. Some people agree, some people don't. With that being said, I want to talk about the power of this community. This is a picture from a recent show that we were doing. This is me, obviously, the big giant gnome beard. And this is our audio guy. And then this is a good friend that I've made. His name is Steve. And I got to get involved last year with the Christmas in Color drive-thru, which they have a ton of drive-thrus throughout the United States. And they reached out to me when I moved to Colorado to be the regional manager over these 3 drive-thrus. And Steve is one of the people that I ended up asking to come on board and be a manager for this drive-thru. Let's just say that he killed it. His drive-thru, the upper people, the corporate people at Christmas in Color said that his drive-thru was one of the best that they've seen, like among the top, just as far as quality. And now he's taken over the role as regional manager, and it's funny to see me, a Christmas lighting guy, transition into the concert world, and then to see Steve, a concert lighting guy, transition into the Christmas world and absolutely love it. yeah, tons of opportunities out there for all of us. But I wanted to give a shout out specifically to Steve. He is an amazing, hardworking, intelligent person, and he's going to be working on some Christmas projects that are big real soon, within the next 3 or 4 years. Mark my words. So that is kind of the segue into, I want to boast about Light Show 101 for a second. Our community, and I'm sad I haven't seen Graham in here yet. Maybe he just hasn't been able to make an account on here. But with people like Graham and people like Shelly and Dawn, and I know I'm sure I'm forgetting Crispy. Who is Crispy? It's been a minute. We've created such a good community that we've found these people that have so much talent. And if you're not one of these two people, I'm not saying that you don't have talent. I just want to point out the people that got recognized. If you remember Steve Petrucci, who was in this group from the beginning, really, he did some sequencing work for me, and I found out that his timing was just impeccable. He's a major in drumline or drum theory, or I don't really know, some sort of music degree. And now when we look on the homepage of magicallightshows.com, you'll see right up here, the lead programmer for Magical Light Shows is now Steve Petrucci. And another person that reached out to me a while ago and that I got to chat with and look at his sequence that came in and recommend him to the team, Dent Earl. We talked about him on a few a few live streams ago. I just wanted to show how great his work was, and here he is, the lead lyric track programmer. And seriously, some of the best lyric tracks I've ever seen in sequences come from Dent Earl. So it's just amazing to see people that enjoy what they do to the point that, like, they make it an art and they perfect what they're doing and they love what they're doing, are now working for the top Christmas lighting team in the hobby field, in the whatever you want to call it. And I can say both of these people don't need the job. It's more just out of passion that they're getting to work and be involved on these projects. I mean, obviously they're getting paid, but yeah. Just wanted to shout all of those people out. It's amazing, this team, this community, how we all just want to get better and we all just love what we do. And then to see some people get opportunities to do bigger things, it's always there. It's just taking the time. And if you're watching me babble on about this, you're probably one of those people who are super interested in this. So I want to now transition a little bit. Not that one, not that one. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, did I close it? Oh, I'm smart. I closed it. I'll open it back up. We're going to transition into talking about the actual monster sequence. The one that I just released. But before we go into the sequence, I kind of want to talk about dynamics and what I've been learning within my concert lighting. I promise all of the babble for the past, 15 minutes has not been for nothing. It was all to transition into this video. So I've been working with a company called Spot On Sound pretty regularly here in the Denver area, more northern Denver. And he's been starting to record his concerts and post them on YouTube. So it's been great to watch back some of my work. Some of it good, some of it not good. But for me, I've found that watching back my work and critiquing it makes me better because I need to have a very critical eye of my work. And this is a reason why I have only released, 12 songs to date. Is because a lot of the times I'm a perfectionist. And I was sharing this with my roommate yesterday. This is the first sequence that I've released that I haven't first done on a house because the visualizer never looks the same as the house. And so I hate to release a product that I haven't tested. However, to get it on people's houses, it needs to be released like now. So these videos have been amazing for me to be able to see, okay, what works in a live setting where I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Maybe I know the song, maybe I don't. how do I create an engaging light show and an entertaining light show? So I have this small clip that was filmed a couple weeks ago, I think, at a concert that I did lights for. So I want to play it real quick just so you can kind of see the flow and then talk about the dynamics, and then we're going to switch over to X-Lights and actually look at the new sequence and see how this all relates. So here we go. I don't think we'll get copyright restricted because it is a live band. And also, if you have a drink, I don't have my coffee today. I only have a Snapple, but cheers. Here we go. Enjoy the quick little show.
Wait a minute, fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign the check, hook it out, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we're gonna show up. Smooth and a fresh house giving. To what? Call the police and the firemen. To what? Make a drink of all of it, man. To what? Say my name, they'll know who I am. To what? And I'm bad about that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. There's uptown funk on you, it's here. There's uptown funk on you, it's here. There's uptown funk on you, it's here. Saturday night, I will win this night. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on.
Oops, wrong button. Okay, so short little thing, maybe not my best work, but I think some really good things that we can pull out of this to learn how to be a better sequencer. So let me back up to, I think it was this spot right here. Okay, so I know this song. So going into this song, I'm expecting build up, break into a verse. So I already know I want all lights, big flash of white, and then I want to pull everything back. Because what I've learned in concert lighting is sometimes, especially with a rig like this, you don't have a lot to work with. In this case, I have this row of smaller par lights, and then I have all of these bigger par lights up here. So both of those are in their own group. I have a group of these movers, I have a group of these bars, and then I have a group of the moving lights that are sitting on the stage. And then I can control movement and color on top of that. So when you break it down to that, you're really looking at groups and X-Lights. And learning within groups and X-Lights, how do you create your dynamics? Well, you need to play with black space or dark space, which I'll talk about a lot, in removing certain elements from your light show. So if you watch big build up, flash of white, and then you're going to notice I pull the intensity down on a lot of fixtures, and then I don't really know what I do. Maybe I tap in some snares on my flash buttons, but let's see what I actually did.
Wait a minute, fill my cup, put some liquor in it.
Yeah, so here I'm just following the kick and the snare on these bars and then the movers down here. Adding in, I'm sorry, I had to move. There was like a chat box or something on the screen. Oops, wrong button again. You'll notice here, okay, we sat on this kick and snare for the first 8 measures of this verse. Something that I'm learning within live concert lighting is your 8 measures and your 16 measures are so important to add in something different, because otherwise what you're looking at, you're anticipating what's coming, so there's nothing exciting to really see. Where you'll see when the second part comes in, I start to flash some of these pars to the horns. This is still, or I guess 16 measures. So 16 is, or 8. 8 is coming up right here. So I added in, oh, I missed it there. But I'm trying on that synth to hit those right there. And then I know there's going to be a build-up, so I want to bring things down again. So now I've created this. Is this in Chrome? I've created this scene where all the lights are off and I can build up and turn everything on for this right here. And now I'm not really doing anything. I'm just hitting these snares on the upper pars and then added in a little bit of a faster movement and some color chasing. And I could just kind of sit back for the chorus, and it's so much energy. And then here's breaks, strobes, da-da-da-da-da, just holding down a strobe button. Color change. Color changes on big changes of music is another thing that I've pulled away from this. So that's all I'm going to show you on that, and we're going to go look into Monster and see how to apply that within X-Lights. But big takeaways is playing with dark space. It's okay to have some of your props off for half of the song, for all the verses. You can just not use your mega tree if you want to. You can not do anything on the outline of your house, so that when you do kick in the house, it's so much more impressive. Or putting an all house effect or an all effect on the all group. An effect on the all group. You can wait to do that until the really big parts. So then all of your lights are doing something coordinated and together. So yeah, big takeaway, dark spaces and then color. I found color is something that you can use. Oops. What just happened? Oh, color is something that you can use dynamically. Color can either be energy, if you're using like contrasting or complementing the thirds on the color wheel. That can be very high dynamic when you layer those. Or you can change the color on every chord, and that can be really dynamic or just semi-dynamic. Okay, let's go into Monster. I'm just talking about theory at this point. Oh, what's up? There he is. Graham, I had to stay live at least until you get here. Been here from the start, just worked out how to comment. Awesome. Well, good to have you in here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to slowly grow our viewer count again on these streams, just because it's a new platform, unfortunately. And maybe I still side stream to Facebook, because the whole goal with YouTube is just to document them, to what's the word? Categorize calendar? I have no idea. So you can watch them back later. Like, I'll cut this one down and get rid of all my nonsense, blah, 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 and just keep the good stuff. Okay, let's jump into X-Lights here. Oh, X-Lights, how I love you. Pixel, will you come now? Pixel, look. Pixel. Nope. That's weird. Where is Pixel? She normally comes right away. It's a little concerning. Oh well. Oh well. She's sleeping off all her worries. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look and hope that we don't get copyright struck here. Actually, catalog. Thank you. The delay is a little greater on this. I'm gonna go find her real quick, because Robert left for work and I want to make sure she didn't get out. Aw, it's the cutest thing. She was laying in the camp chair outside underneath the gazebo. Pixel, come here. She was out cold. Played with her too much this morning. She doesn't want to come in here. It's fine. Other news. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. And I'm actually going to clip this specific segment and put it up on Facebook so that everybody knows. So, how do we do this? This is weird. Okay, this is why I switched to YouTube, but this is weird. Okay, we're gonna film a section live so that I can post it later. But okay, slight update. This is the second version of the Rave Shed or the Lighting Lounge, and it's about to be torn down. So I'm actually moving to Broomfield, which is about 20 minutes south of where I'm living currently, and this whole room is going to get a makeover. So, say goodbye to the walls, but say hello to a lot more live streams. I am going to start really pushing to get cataloged videos on YouTube so that people like you, or people that are just interested in the hobby, can learn more about our crazy, stupid, expensive hobby. So, if you're not subscribed, click the link right below of this video and go subscribe on YouTube. I will always post when I'm going live on Facebook, so make sure you're following here as well. But I can't wait to see you in the new stream room. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys soon. I want to add in a side thing. What's a side thing? But before I tear things down... Oh, I need to cut this out. But before I tear things down, we are... what am I doing? Oh, but before I tear things down, I am going to record 3 videos, very short ones, but introductions to some more complicated topics that we'll be talking about on stream real soon. Okay, that is the announcement. Look at that. I can film things, and I don't even need to film things. It's just during my stream, and then I can chop it up later. So thanks. There's the announcement to all 6 of you that are in here. I think 6. I have no idea. I don't know how to work YouTube. I need to be better at this. I accidentally went live before this and just kind of stared at the screen. I'm like, why did it go live already? Okay, enough blabbering. We're going into the sequence. I need to move my head over to here, down here. You're gonna go on this side today. Okay, I want to talk about dynamics. I'm gonna keep this music on very quiet in the background. So if you're not sure exactly what the music sounds like, go take a listen at the link below, or check it out on lightshow101.com. Up for sale now. Actually, if anyone is currently watching this or watches this afterwards, message me and I will send you a coupon code to get an extra $10 off this sequence. So it's on sale for $40 bucks right now. So you could get it for $30 if you'd like. Okay, when we were talking about dynamics, the beginning of this song starts out with just guitar. So all I do is put the guitar on the tombstones. And when you actually listen to this in headphones, the tombstones are only coming out of the left side. This is my right, but on the screen it looks like left. The left side of your ear. So the dynamics are even less. And then when the guitar comes in full to both sides, stereo, and the kick comes in, I add in the guitar to the house and the kick on the web. And then the only other thing that I add here is some really light fire effects on the bottom of the tombstones and on the bottom of the mega tree. Just because this section goes on for so long, I think it needed some color. And in those fire effects, they are actually changing with they're changing color with the different chords that are being played. So like in this section, we have a blue and then a red and then a purple, and same thing. All of the guitar movements and the kick movements are following this color pattern, which is just following the chord progression. And this is what I was talking about when we were watching the concert video just a second ago, is that sometimes color changes aren't high dynamics, but they add so much interest. Like, it makes it interesting to look at. You want to keep watching because things are changing, but it's not necessarily distracting, and it's definitely not in your face. And then you'll see as we get in the chorus, adding in the secondary color that adds in that extra energy. So then it goes into the kick and the guitar, and it pretty much stays like this for 8 measures past this. I'm sorry, 2, 4. Let's count measures real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Moises, what's up? 4, and then, so that's 8. That's 8. And now we should get a change. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but if you actually listen to what just played, I know it's really quiet. I'm trying not to get DMCA struck. The drums start coming in, and then they add in some hi-hat in there and some snares as well. So you can hear that the song changes at 8 measures. And even if it doesn't change at 8 measures, consider adding something or consider bringing the energy up in some way. Even if it's just a direction that something is bouncing back and forth. Maybe make it bounce on the horizontals instead of the verticals. Something like that. So here. And new section. So we've added in the snares on the spiders. And once again, those snares are just shockwaves. And then I did one white. Can I zoom in on this? No, I need to figure out how to zoom in on this computer. Nope. I did one white and then 2 of whatever color I'm choosing. So what that does is that actually gives us like a brief second of white, and then it goes back into color. Where if we just had one red selected on this, you'll see it more goes from like white to pink instead of white to red, because it's still fading to red almost the entirety of that effect. Where if you add in a second red, you get that much more defined red, because it goes white to red, and then halfway through it's going red to red, so it stays red for the last half. And you'll notice when I play this, just that little bit of white adds so much of like a punch to that snare, without taking too much dynamics. Because when I go into the chorus, they'll be all white. And I don't want to minimize the effect of the all white. I want that to feel so much more in your face than this one. So by adding a little bit of white, I liked it better than the red, because just red with no white didn't really feel like a snare. The other things that I added here were some arches that are going with the hi-hats, and then these blinders are going to like a little in the background, and then I also did it on the spiders because I know a lot of people don't have blinders, so I just wanted to take into account everyone's display so it looks the best for whoever imports it. And here's that. So there's the snares. Nothing else has changed. Everything is the exact same, but you can feel there's like a bit more energy in this sequence already. Chorus. Okay, here's where I was talking about the adding in 2 different colors. So this whole time we've been using one color the entire time. Maybe some white here and there, but one main color for each chord. And now I've added in 2 colors for each chord, and it just makes the energy so much bigger. And really all I'm doing with these second are random movements to the beat. They're going, horizontal, vertical. There's little squiggles on the tombstones, and then there's this spiral on the tree that really is not relating to any specific instrument. Skip forward. Oh, I found this. I don't know why this isn't here right now, but I found this really cool thing earlier this week. If you go into, preferences, not sequence settings. File. Hello? Hello? Santa Claus? Are you rendering? Why are you rendering? I didn't ask you to render. Well, while it's rendering, this is a great time. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to throw them in there. I know it's been a minute, but what I really want to do is show you this amazing video that I took just yesterday. Just yesterday. This was right outside our house.
Trying to dig at us.
Oh gosh. Well, it was cute. I was trying to show you something cute, and then yep, that's okay. Okay. Well, here's another video. This is one of the locations that I did. This was actually the same location. Not the same concert, but same location as this Fits in the Tantrums video. But it's just amazing the amount of people. And then this was a really cool theater. Just a total 360-degree seating. Yeah. So that was almost as bad as the 500 subscriber special, but not quite. Okay, new feature in X-Lights. Let's go. Not new feature, new to me. File preferences, and then you can go to, I want to say it was other. Nope. We're just going to click through these real quick. Oh, view, show play controls on preview. Okay. Maybe it has to be undocked. Okay, yeah, it can't be full screen. It has to be undocked. So if you undock this, and then I learned if you hold control. Okay, so every time I dock, it wants to like snap into the window, but if you hold control, you can let go anywhere and it won't snap into your grid. But these right here, this you can get play controls on your house preview window, and this is great if you have it like on a second monitor or something like that. Okay. Now I can jump forward to where we were. Okay, chorus. Same thing. All we have here is, a cool shader on the background. Like I said, some movements that are going to the beat, but not necessarily emulating any kind of instrument. And then the kicks and the snares, which we had in the verses, kicks and the snares. And then we added the snares to the blinders, which just adds in that level of dynamic. This is the same concept as when I was talking about that concert lighting video that I showed you. Is on the chorus, I can turn everything on, add in a color movement, and flash some things to the snares. That's exactly what we've done here. We've added in color movement, literally everything is on, and then we're hitting the kicks and the snares with the most blinding white light we can. And then this sequence specifically, I went into it really wanting to add strobes, because strobes, man, as a lighting designer coming from the Christmas world, I didn't even think to add in strobes to my board. And so one day I was like, okay, let me add in strobes. So I added 4 strobes for multiple, like 10 different groups. So I had like 40 buttons. I could do a random intensity strobe, meaning that like instead of everything flashing together, they're flashing at random times all over the place. And then I can do that either in intensity, so it's just bringing up the intensity of the light and keeping all the color, or I can do that in intensity and white, so it's white strobes. And then the other 2 buttons are a synced strobe, everything going together in both color and white. So I didn't think too much of this. I added it in, did a couple rock concerts. I used them on like the Bruno Mars, don't believe me, just watch. I'll just hit it for that, and it like looks like I hit those notes perfectly. Then I went to the club, and I was doing lights for this like deep house artist, and I started to hit the strobes button, and I pretty much just lived on those strobes buttons. And I got home and I told Robert, my roommate, I told him, I was like, man, EDM lighting designers are just cheaters, because all they have to do is hold the strobe buttons. So yeah, I've gone through the spectrum of not knowing what strobes were, loving strobes, and then thinking that strobing lights in general is overrated. It has its place. You just can't overdo it. So I wanted to really try that in this sequence, and what better place than when he screams, "I feel like a monster." So right here, adding in synced strobes, but then just playing around with it until we get the full house, and then adding them on like a fading from left to right with a scary image. I think it turned out kick-ass, excuse my language. But that's just my preference. I'm a little biased, I guess. So going into, there's like a post-chorus thing here. I really wanted to break up what was going on, because in the main part of this chorus, we have a full shader going across the house. We have almost every single prop having contrasting colors. I want to bring it back to more dark space, but still keep up the energy, knowing that in, a couple measures, we're going back down into a verse. So thinking about those dynamics, I have everything on. Now I want less things on, but more crazy movement. So then I can bring most things off and go back to our very basic movement. So yeah, I won't talk about it too much, but here's what I did to achieve that. And I also like it. It kind of looks like tentacles. And then right back to the verse. And you see how now, like, those dynamics are so much more intense when you break it down into the verse after this big chorus. Right here. It's like everything just makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, everything's gone. I'm just looking at the guitar again. Oh, here comes the kicks and the snares and the hi-hat. So we just go right back to the same verse, and that's sometimes what I love about sequencing is your brain wants to see the same thing if it's hearing the same thing, with maybe, minor differences. So yeah, you can just copy and paste. The only thing that I did different was adding those white movements leading into the chorus, just to kind of, it's more energy than the first chorus. Same exact second chorus. Here we go. So more than the post-chorus section, this is the bridge, but less than the full chorus. Okay, that, I'm not going to go into this too much, but this is exactly what I pictured in my head when I first listened to this sequence, and it's my favorite part of the sequence, hands down. Going into the ending one more time, I was finding this ending had energy, and just copying the chorus again felt very redundant. So what I ended up doing was breaking it down to changing the colors for every single chord change instead of just on the major, measure. Or, if you listen back, I'm not every single da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I'm not doing 3 colors for all that for the rest of the sequence. But at the ending, I was trying to find the energy, and I found by changing colors quicker, I got that energy in there. So take a look at how that looked. I'm mixing the other music in the background. It just added in the right energy for me the whole way across. So I do want to show you real quick how I did those strobes. If you're ever thinking about adding strobes into your display, it was actually really simple. This is... where did my house preview go? Windows, house preview. Snap in there, please. There we go. It was really simple. All I did was a bars effect with a white and a black, and then made it go up. I think you can do left to right as well. and then set my render style as pixel. So then what that does is it's just rendering everything in this group as one light. So basically, that one light, we're just putting bars over white and then black and then white and then black. And then you can increase the cycles and the palette rep to get the speed that you want. So, what did we get? 46 minutes? Nice. I was trying to get near an hour. This is about an hour. Oh, gosh. And then that freaks out again. So, I don't really have anything else to talk about. I've got 3 other sequences that are really close. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm amazed I got 1 sequence out. But I'm about to move, and if I get those other couple sequences out before I get to actually go be in front of Angel's house, then that's awesome. But if not, I hope you guys get the monster sequence or recommend it to a friend if you like it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys live soon. It probably... There's a chance there will be one that happens in another week, but more than likely it will probably be like early, middle September that I'll get this streaming room set back up. And at that point, start to record some videos. I'm going to record a couple today to edit and upload later on. Yeah. I think that's it. Hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Let me know afterwards if you absolutely hate the YouTube idea, and then I'll make sure that I can get some sort of streaming on Facebook. Also look at the numbers later. I want to make Light Show 101 the most accessible to new people. I want to make it a platform where you can learn. See you soon-ish, right? Thanks, Graham. I don't have anything else. Gonna sip a little bit of tea that I have left. And now it's empty. What do I do? What do I do? I go back to work. Done with Monster. I've got Back in Black by AC/DC that is being currently sequenced. It's almost done. I have an EDM song. It's Came for the Low by Zoo. That one might be a free sequence, but it looks amazing. I've got Somebody's Watching Me. Michael Jackson's in it, but who is the actual artist? I can't think of it. And one more for Halloween that's going to be coming out this year. I just don't know if it will come out early or whenever I release my videos. So, with all that being said, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Spend some time sequencing. It's getting real close. Real close. Find out what set list you want for Halloween. And if it's Christmas, sit back. You got some time. It's fine. I'm going to chop this thing up. So if you watch till the end and you're not live, I hope it was in the background and you're not intently watching me mutter nonsense for almost an hour. But also, thanks for the loyalty, I guess. But I'll clip some of this so that some people can see some of the info. I guess that's it. Bye, guys.